And after the final Bennetts British Superbike race at Snetterton at round 5 of the championship, it's another podium finish for Rocket BMW with Leon Haslam. Leon, slightly different race that one, but it was still another fight to the finish, and you had a lot of pressure from Ryan. You had a good battle with both of the Beer Monster Ducati riders. Talk us through it and how happy you feel coming back and having the 2 podiums here ahead of Brands Hatch.
Yeah, honestly, I can't be unhappy. You know, yesterday was a disaster. We had a lot of little gremlins. We knew we had the pace for that sort of place, and we're still missing a little bit to fight, but certain parts of the track were super strong. You know, obviously others that we still need to improve a little bit. So, yeah, not unpleased. We're making the steps that's needed to be, and yeah, I had a really good battle. Still can't fight like I want, but we'll make the steps needed going into Brands.
That's great, thanks Leon. And back on the podium for the Beer Monster Ducati team, making it a 1-2 in the final race of the weekend here at Snetterton. Glenn Owen. Glenn, that's put you back up ahead of Kyle in the championship standings, and it must feel good for you after the weekend so far to finish on a podium, especially after quite a close battle with Tommy, especially towards the end of the race. So little between you at the finish line. Yeah, it was a great fun race. You know, I spoke to a few of the mechanics and parents of the 400 kids that are out there now as we get off the in-lap car, and they're like, "Oh, good race." There's a 600 race out there. You know, that's what it felt like. Yeah, it's really happy with the result. You know, to come away with second. Tommy's done a fantastic job all weekend, and he has had that something. I was surprised how long I was at the front of the race. I expected him earlier. For sure, we made a step. Just had a quick look at ideals and stuff, and you know, we were quite fast in that race. Chatting to the guys, it's very much like a seesaw out there. Like BM strong this area, Ducati strong here, and then despite me and Tommy being on the same bike, like it can go corner by corner and you take chunks out of each other. But obviously he won 3 races, so he had a little bit in hand somewhere else. But the last lap was good. I never give up. Really annoyed with the mistake at turn 2, but I was starting to struggle to get stuff, I think. And it was great because you dropped to 4th and still came back to take 2nd. Yeah, like I was never giving up. There's no chance. Dad always says time to think about it, time to do it. So any half a chance, I was doing it. Unlucky that Josh went out. He's had a really good weekend. One of the older brigade in the championship, and still it shows that there's a lot of years left for us, and he's still fighting at the front. But for the championship, obviously, yeah, you say we jump ahead of Kyle, but that's not really. I don't even know how many points, and I don't even know, is it Kyle or Josh or Leon who's behind me now. We're just looking at the either ahead, or if we are ahead, then we try to manage the gap. So it's been poor from a championship point of view, but potential's been there. We could have, I think in hindsight, we should have had 3 seconds this weekend. We lost Friday with a problem with the part on the bike. It's no excuse, because I'm not saying I would have won races, but Tommy said it at Knockhill, and I think I'll have to repeat it to him now. He won the battle, but it's about the war. And he said that earlier today as well. I was the King of Scotland. He's the King of, where are we, Norfolk? Yeah, so we'll give him, he's King of Race of Aces champion, whatever. So this, we'll meet in the middle of Brands. Yeah, we'll meet in the middle. The middle, Brands can be the decider for the first half of the year, but it's been good. And I touched on it on TV. He got a bit of stick last night. You know, yeah, I was, I'm not allowed to swear, but I was pissed off. I might as well just say what I'm thinking with his interview. But I wear my heart in my sleeve, is that what it is? And we are very different people, but also very similar. And yeah, he sounded like an idiot. And he knows he sounded like an idiot. But we say things we don't mean to. And like I say, he's done he's done an impeccable job all weekend. The rivalry is going to be strong. And I'm sure we can have a drink at the end of the year, and whoever wins the championship is buying. And it's setting up for a great fight as we head into Brands Hatch in 2 weeks' time. Thank you, Glenn. Good crack. And claiming his first ever treble in Bennetts British Superbikes for the Beer Monster Ducati team, it's Tommy Bridewell. Tommy, that race actually looked a lot harder than the previous 2. Not that any of them have been easy this weekend, but you really had to fight, especially with your teammate Glenn Owen in the closing stages. Talk us through it, because it seemed like you kept calm, but those laps were ticking away pretty quickly, weren't they?
Yeah, so hard to make a game plan in general, in any form of racing really, because you never know what can happen, what hurdles you get and so on. So I had an idea that if I could make the start and get away, brilliant, fantastic. That wasn't obviously the plan. got away in second, felt clean, and just said to myself, tyre, you know, I need to save my tyre because here is quite notoriously hard on the tyre. So I saved my tyre as much as I could. I was really, really smooth on the throttle, and it's something I've been working on this season to not lose time with less throttle. And as stupid as it sounds, it's quite hard because sometimes you give more throttle, but you don't necessarily go faster, but you get more spin. As soon as the bike spins, you go backwards. So something me and my team have been working really hard on, and it's paying off. So I knew I had a bit of tyre left. I can remember looking at my pit board 7 laps ago thinking, oof, I really could do with start, you know, chipping away here and pushing on. But yeah, it come a bit late. A little bit too tight for comfort, I must be honest. But credit to everyone out there. You know, I had to. Fair enough. With Leon, it was probably a little bit hard on my point, but it was the only place I could make the pass on him. So I got the pass done on Leon, and then obviously Glenn was in my sights. We've had a little bit of smack talk over the weekend, probably more so on my side than his, and it got a little bit heated in morning warm-up after the checker flag, but it's all kept clean, it's all kept fine, and I think Glenn is a phenomenal rider and a very fierce competitor. But I've been around the block a few years and I've been there, I've seen it all, and I just keep my head down and just focus on what I'm doing. But yeah, the fans wanted to see me and Glenn go toe-to-toe for a few rounds now. He outrode me at Knockhill and done a phenomenal job. And I was happy, to be honest, just to pick up the podiums there because it's not somewhere I'm that confident and comfortable on the bike. So coming into this weekend, I knew my target is always to win, and to get my first ever triple win is something that I've dreamt of for a long, long time. We most definitely do not get complacent my side of the garage. I said to Paolo, my crew chief, that look, we've won 2 races on the trot. I feel brilliant. The bike's working phenomenal, but let's keep our feet on the ground. If I can win this race, I will. If second, third, fourth is what's there, then we need to accept it. But I felt like I rode phenomenal this weekend because I felt a different person where I've really thought of how I can get to the front, how I need to manage everything, and it's paid off. So I'm definitely going to keep this ball rolling in this work ethic over a weekend, many laps, and just enjoy the moment we're in. And like I said with Eurosport then, you know, unfortunately the way this sport is I savour this moment, and then when I'm driving home tonight, I'll get up tomorrow morning, collect the dogs, check all the sheep are still alive and not got their head stuck in the fence, and then I'm preparing for Brands Hatch already. So luckily I ain't got to cut the grass because we've had the lawn redone where Stacey wasn't happy with the grass. I just didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest. Anyway, so we've had the grass reseeded, and I got to build a brick wall, and that's about it really. And I won the Races of Aces. So anything else you would like to ask?
You mentioned poker earlier, so there you go.
Poker,
You won the Race of Aces.
Yeah. I'm no good at poker. I'm no good at gambling at all. I always seem to lose, so I'll keep it in my pocket.
And we can look forward to another helping of this at Brands Hatch.
Hey, we shall. Thanking you. Grazie mille.
Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you.